Sugar.
And I'm Katie Smith.
And we're the Mount Union Vibe.
Our first segment today is with Mount Union Senior Nathan Goodrich and Mount Union Superintendent Brett Gillen. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm here with Dr. Gillen, the superintendent of the Mount Union School District, and we just want to ask him a couple questions. How are you today?
Fine, thank you.
All right, so what big changes are you looking forward to this year in the school district?
There are a lot of changes this year for the Mount Union Area School District. Not all of them are being done by us. The Pennsylvania State Department of Education is changing the way schools are reporting how they're doing and reporting to the public on what grades the schools receive, if you've seen that in the newspaper. It's called the School Performance Profile. They're known as SPP. And a lot of parents and outside people are looking at these scores, but being a student, you're used to out of a 100-point system or a percentage, and the scores that are being reported on SPP aren't percentages. So right now our junior high, for example, is at 77 points. If you look at that as a 77 in Mount Union's grading scale, that's about a C or a D. So you can't look at it as a percentage. You have to look at the whole package. There's 32 different factors that school districts are being rated on, and the high school alone achieves scores very high on SAT scores, AP scores, attendance. So there's a lot of good things that we're achieving, but when you look at that score based on a one-time test, it's not always predictive of what the district's going to do. So that's a change that's coming down. There's a new evaluation tool for the teachers, which ultimately is going to affect the students because part of their rating is now based on this score. So our students have to do well on the test to get a good rating for the school system and for the state. We've lost the grant money from SIG, and there were a lot of good things going from the school improvement grant, so that $900,000 disappeared. We did get a grant called KTO, which is Keystones to Opportunities. That grant looks at literacy K-12, birth to 12. So we have a lot of trainings going on with our teachers for literacy, so the students will see more literacy-infused classrooms from health, phys ed. Everything's going to include more writing and reading so that it does help our scores. So those kind of things are coming down. And again, we're focusing through Renaissance on school culture because I don't think you'll make any changes without addressing culture. So.
Wow, so a lot of big changes for the school year this year. So how is the school year going so far?
Fast. I can't believe it's almost Thanksgiving. We were talking at our last admin meeting, and the administrators were setting up the Thanksgiving meals in the elementary schools and the high school. I can't believe we're almost, we're at the end of the 9 weeks, so 1 in, 3 to go. It's going fast. A lot of good things are happening, a lot of moving forward. District Site-Based is moving forward with our strategic plan. That's coming in April, so we're going to be focusing on what the school's doing. But it's all fast this year.
So we should see a lot of improvements throughout.
I hope. We can only get better.
That's good, that's good. Well, thank you for your time, Dr. Gillen. We appreciate it.
Next up, we have a segment called Know Your Neighbor. This segment is where we introduce to you an awesome member of our community. Isaiah interviewed Pastor Josh Rern. Let's take a look at that interview.
Hi, I'm here with Pastor Josh Rern from the Mount Union Wesleyan Church. Tell us about yourself, Josh.
Isaiah, it's nice to meet you. It's a privilege to be here today. As to what you might like to know about myself, my wife and I came to the Mount Union area about 6.5 years ago to pastor the church here. We moved from Cincinnati, Ohio, where we had been pastoring and ministering and those sorts of things, and we came here largely because we wanted to raise a family in a small town, in a small community, and both of our families are within 2 hours of Mount Union, so this seemed like a good fit for us there. And it was just a place ripe with potential, lots of lots of ministry opportunities, lots of opportunities for us, whenever we had kids, and it just seemed like a great small community in which we could get involved.
How about you tell us a little bit about what your church does with the community?
Okay. One of the biggest things that our church is probably known for in the community is our ministry to kids and teenagers. We have a midweek children's program, which we get roughly 25 to 30 kids out each week, and we provide them with a snack, but also an opportunity to learn about Jesus and how to love and care for their neighbors. And in addition to that, we have a ministry for teenagers, and one of the big emphases there is also teaching them about having a relationship with God, but also loving and caring for the people that they have, the friends that they have in school, their peers, their classmates, those sorts of things. So those are probably two of the big ministries that take place within the walls of the church. But we've also partnered with Planet Lovejoy for things such as Mount Unity Day and the Hike for Hope and different things like that, and we've been a big part of that as well.
What vision do you have for Mount Union?
I'd like to see Mount Union become a place on the move once again. I'd like to see some companies relocate to Mount Union, and Mount Union become a center of industry where people can provide for their families with a living wage. I think Mount Union is off to a good start with the strategic planning committee and how they're working together with Borough Council. Also Mount Union is a community where the citizens genuinely seem to care for one another. And I'd like to see that civic pride kind of renewed here in the community, and we'd like to play a part in that in whatever way we can. But I think great days are ahead for Mount Union. I think there's some exciting things happening, and looking forward to see what will come of it in the days ahead.
Isaiah, who was unable to make it this week because he's out bargaining for Light Up Santas, did an interview with the members of the Community Soccer League. Let's take a look.
I'm here with Caleb Morgan, a player for the Bulldogs for the Community Soccer League. Caleb, how's your season going?
Good.
Would you like to elaborate on that?
Sure. We defeated an undefeated team, the Panthers, 2-3, and we've been getting better ever since the beginning of the year.
Well, that's good. Caleb, how long have you been playing for the league?
Since it started in 2008.
Wow. Well, thanks, Caleb. Have a good season. Here is Zane Armstrong, a player for... Wait, what team do you play for?
Gidat. Gidat.
The Cheetahs. Zane, how long have you been playing?
9 years.
9 years.
9 years.
1 year. All right. How's your team doing?
Good.
That's good. Well, have a good game today, buddy.
Okay.
I'm here with Jacob. Jacob, what team do you play for?
Dragons.
That's nice. How long have you been playing?
Like 5 days.
Oh, that's cool. Do you like playing soccer?
Yes.
Well, have a good season, all right?
All right.
I'm here with Vicky Cooper. Mrs. Cooper, what's your role in the league?
Right now I am secretary, and I do a little bit of everything really. We only have 2 officers. We had 5 at one time, but several people have dropped out, so we're actually looking for officers. Tommy Kramer is our president. I'm the acting secretary/treasurer, and I do the scheduling for the league, get the referee set up, and I run the fundraiser.
All right. When was the league started?
Scott was in 6th grade. You guys help me out. 6th grade, that would be 6 years ago. So this is 6 year right now. So 2008. Yeah, it's 2008.
Where do you see the league going in the future?
Well, what our hopes are? The hopes are that we eventually will get a high school team. I don't know how soon in the future that is with a lot of the budgetary issues. But what we have is fall soccer, community soccer. We just got spring soccer started 2 years ago. So this upcoming year will be the 3rd year in spring soccer. The goal is eventually to have a high school soccer program.
All right. Well, thank you for your time, Mrs. Cooper.
Sounds good.
Our next segment is an interview of Isaiah with a local pizza shop that has been around for 20 years, Brothers Pizza, owned by the one and only Hector Moran. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm here with Hector Moran, owner of Brothers Pizza. Hector, what brought you to Mount Union?
Oh, good people like you guys, trying to make a living. And,
How long have you been here?
going on 20 years. 20 years and serving you guys and all these nice people, they're trying to keep you in business, trying to make the best pigs around, and trying to, they like it. Of course, we're in town here, so, I think it's convenient for everybody. So, go from there, and all these nice people, they come and support me, and I really appreciate that, So that's what really brought me here, and they kept me here for 19 years, and look forward to stay here for as long as I can. People keep supporting me, right? So that's all we can see, So what do you think about Brothers Pizza, though?
Oh, we love it.
Love it, right? Okay.
Yep.
So see, that's what's going about, So that's what's good. So
All right, thanks, Hector.
yeah, anytime.
Our field reporter Maggie Wilson interviewed Coach Wydoff from the Mount Union cross country team. Let's take a look at that interview.
All right. Hi, I'm Maggie Wilson here with Coach Wydoff from the girls and boys cross country team. How are you today?
I'm good, Maggie.
That's good. Okay, so your season just recently ended. Can you tell me about how the season went overall?
It was a very good season overall. The boys' season record was 8 wins, 1 loss. On the girls' side, it was 2 wins, 7 losses. However, the girls, we had a number of injuries, and they competed very well. They were close in every meet, and easily we could have finished on the girls' side 6-3 if we didn't have the injuries. So, really pleased with the way they ran this year.
I heard that you're going to the ICC Championship. Can you tell me more about that?
Yes, the Intercounty Conference Championship meets held at Bellwood this afternoon, and both boys and girls teams will be competing there against all of the other teams that we've run so far in the league. So we're looking forward to competing this afternoon.
How do you think you guys will do?
We should do fairly well. Hopefully our boys and our girls will be in the top runners with competing with the other runners in the league.
Okay. Are there any outstanding athletes that you would like to be recognized?
Yes. On the boys' side, our top 5 runners are the top scorers in a meet, and Jake Booza, who's a 10th grader, first-year runner, he's led the team all year long. He's our top runner. On the boys' side, he's followed by Shakai Banks, a 9th grader, Hunter Corbin, an 11th grader. Then we have Jared Kramer, 10th grader, and last but not least, we got Nathan Morgan, and Nathan, he is a 9th grader too. So we're young, and we're not losing any seniors on the boys' side. On the girls' side, Marissa Oren leads the way. She's suffered through a few injuries this year, but she's basically our top girl runner, along with Brooke Staley, a senior, Liz Stewart, Caitlin Tadero, and Courtney Bard, and Bailey Jensen.
Sounds like a good team. Is there anything else you would like to say about the teams?
Just that they've worked hard all season long. I was really impressed with the work effort of all of our runners, and we're looking forward to the future.
Thank you very much.
Good man, good man.
The Mount Union Vikings had an awesome season this year. The Pee Wee football team made it all the way to the Super Bowl, taking 2nd place in their league. The Mount Union Purple Flag football team won 1st place in their Super Bowl, and Courtney Giuliante and the Mount Union Viking cheerleaders took 1st at competition. Great job, everybody.
I would like to remind you all that December 13th, 14th, and 15th, Mount Union is having its first ever Christmas to Remember. Friday will be the Festival of Trees. On Saturday will be the Kiwanis Bazaar, followed by the tree lighting and the Santa Claus Parade. Come see me and the Great Nate in our elf suits. On Sunday will be the Festival Chorus at 7 o'clock at the United Methodist Church in Mount Union.
Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in again for the Mount Union Vibe. If you have any suggestions or you would like anything to be broadcasted, please feel free to contact a Planet Lovejoy member. I'm Katie Smith.
I'm Lauren Sugarts,
and we're the Mount Union Vibe.
Union.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that one.
What brought you to Mount Union? What brought you to Mount Union?
Reach for the microphone. We should just start over from the top. This is awful.
What brought you to Mount Union? I'm here with Pastor Josh Roan from the Mount Union Wesleyan Church. Tell us about yourself, John. What's your name?
It's Josh. You had it right the first time.
Our first segment is
No, don't start yet. Okay, get ready.